Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Windraker Adventure on the High Seas. My name is Kyle. No, my name is James, and I am going to be the GM today. Um, Today we've got, in no particular order, Everoth.
Hello, my friends. Today I have for you Grog Pekleg, your favorite cook and shanty singer. Arr.
We have got Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared playing Sanyo Al-Suhail, incredibly intelligent and attractive swashbuckler.
We have got Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm the warrior. I'm brain damage. Uh, an archer, Shaishi archer, also known as Elfinic, also known as Prince Now.
We've got Tara.
Hey, I play Castiana, the bookworm, doctor, second in command. I wear many hats.
And last but not least, we have got Luke.
I'm Luke. I'm playing Captain Annabelle Bird, injured, crippled in the foot, but no less in charge and no less ready to lift this curse and make a fair bit of cash while doing
All right, so last week on Windraker, our crew was in Patina, the capital city of the Trael Kingdom, where they went to a lord's house and first tried to scout it. Second tried to just kill the lord and lady of the house with poison and a maid. Maid got caught, so that didn't work. So they ransacked the place with blood and violence. Um, they got out by the skin of their teeth, but our captain lost a foot while doing
my
it.
foot.
Um, they did manage to escape the port, only just barely. And they are now on the high seas, attempting to get away. So we will start the morning of, or the morning after you escaped.
Oh, so we're the next day.
Yeah, the
We're
next
picking
day.
back up.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
picking up the next day. Sorry.
Sonia, what are you doing in her bed?
I don't think the player Sanyo has been on this map since we just kicked him out of his cabin, so Everoth could shag in there.
Oh, okay. So he's not there.
Should probably get rid of her as well.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
we should.
probably.
Seeing as Ever just ran away, we're like, nope, too clingy.
Oh, mother's still on light opium, so I'll get up early
Okay.
and check on the what you can get. Whoever's just the general running of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, seems pretty well like Armando
Is
can
that a joke?
Do you want crewmen or anything?
Gangster work?
Uh, no, I mean, you've pretty much got a whole crew that's knows the operation of the ship. Really, the challenge is, a navigator who can
Oh, I can do that.
plot the course to get to
Boop, 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 boop. Critical success.
yeah, you managed to plot a good course to get into I assume you're all just headed back to the flotilla right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to plot that course. It's gonna be about 8 days.
All right. Well, I'm gonna after that go grab like normal people clothes, like a change of just like meh clothes that would fit our prisoner. Kick her bottom of her boots.
Wait, who's the prisoner?
The lady of the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Y'all
Remember
kidnapped
that?
that woman.
Yeah, Grug
you just
put her
threw
over
her up
his
your
shoulder and ran.
proper pirate. You putting us all to shame. Bro.
Yeah.
A life of
Yes.
pirate is for Grug.
We kind of put her in the cage downstairs. I think it was like right here or something.
I remember the
Or right here.
GM saying that we put her on the main mast.
No, we took her off the main mast because people were being shitty to her. We probably have a cage down here.
I like the idea of a cage opposite the cook where he can admire his treasure while he.
Giant woman.
That's hot.
All right.
But yeah,
Yep.
I'll
May-
kick the bottom of her boots.
Maybe you just stuff her under the stairs next to the.
Oh, if it's under the stairs, that's a perfect prison. We literally just have like bars right there.
Just go full Harry Potter on her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You kick her under on the boots, and she doesn't reply past whimpering.
You smell like shit. You pissed yourself because you did say she pissed herself.
Yeah.
Before the boys start waking up, I would suggest you clean up. I roll like a bucket of water over to her, and then suit up, and then I hold out like the pair of like what pair of like mom's pajamas, something very basic, not frilly at all.
Okay. Yeah, she sheepishly takes them. Doesn't she continues not saying anything. She's just terrified. She's got that cornered animal look where she's looking in every direction at the same time. Any loud noise causes her to jump. Like she's obviously sweating because you got her stuffed next to the cook fire. In a,
Also, here's another bucket to do your business.
yeah, so she takes it and she starts slowly doing the little.
Better hurry up there, lady. The boys are starting to wake up.
I think she just splashes the bucket on her and then changes her clothes.
Now I'll do my rounds, but otherwise I'm done.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to run into me or something.
Oh, looks like Annabelle's getting out of bed. Grog?
I gotta start making breakfast. Bacon, eggs.
All right. Everybody else, you start smelling the sweet sweet smell of cooking pork. And
Let me make a roll. I guess.
oh,
It's
yeah,
good.
breakfast smells pretty good. The crew seems to be in fairly high spirits. Like that could have gone better, but it could have gone way worse. Everybody knows that you got a prize for sure.
How much did we? Because you said we made out with all the like really worthwhile small grabby stuff.
Well, I mean, that's all gonna take like an appraisal for you to get an exact number.
Yeah, but I was just wondering how much you didn't actually. You said
Oh, you got a like 3 good bags and a couple of things that had to be carried outside a bag and a couple of paintings.
okay.
100 pounds of fine art and luxuries.
Sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
All right. Who else? Jared Z. What are you doing this fine morning?
Sonia will head down to find Annabelle.
Staying in my quarters. Don't think I want the crew to see me looking so close to death.
They're not sharks.
Nah, but I'm a bit vain.
Annabelle.
Knock at your door,
I
Captain.
I enter.
I would like to discuss with you our next destination.
Course.
During our failed raid on that mansion, I discovered this journal clues as to the location of the other statues.
Excellent. But perhaps you could elaborate. Failed?
How many was it? Was it 3 or 4 people who died on our side?
I think it was 3.
It was 3.
We lost more than 1/10 of our manpower.
There'll be more. The flotilla willing to join. Although, no, perhaps there won't, given the curse. Alright, less than successful. What kind of clues are we looking at here?
Oh, there's a journal now in the handouts. I
Yes,
was
yes.
not aware of that.
I'm sorry. Over the week I wrote up a journal. Um.
Quest items.
So yeah.
These best not have any weight to them.
The journal. No, they don't. The the journal. It's kind of a lot of just nonsensical, notes that he's been writing from,
Mm-hmm.
all that. He does. It's as you browse through, you'll find that he talks about how the statues and the skulls were actually stolen from the vaults during the Tuscan Schism about 120 years ago.
Okay.
And that was the Tuscan Schism was pretty much you know it was basically the Holy Trinity argument. Like there was a piece of scripture that two sides had a strong disagreement about, and it led to internal Tuscan war almost. And during that, the heretics managed to take control of the church for a little while, and they cleared out the vaults. And when the main powered part of the religion managed to take it all back, they went to the vaults and like, oh shit, there's a ton of stuff missing. And then those heretics pretty much whoever survived, like, crossed the mountains over into Trael.
I'm pointing at the crazy schematics.
Yeah.
What? What in the piss is this?
It appears to be mechanism allowing holding air under the what?
Yeah,
Aye, like a rum bottle in the bathtub, I suppose.
the top of it is labeled as diving bell. And it's actually like a few different pages. You know, it's got
Yeah.
a page that's got like the pump mechanisms. It's got the page that's got the bell mechanism. It's got the lowering mechanism. Um, but yeah, it's basically a giant bell that's meant to be submerged. It seats 7. Um, there's a hose
Bless you.
connected to the top from the ship where people will hand pump air down to it, and then there's a design for diving suits that allow you to kind of walk along the seafloor with hoses connected to the bell, and a couple of people in there operate a pump that sends air from the bell out to the suits.
This is all way beyond my kind of reckoning. Seems like nerd work, honestly. You may want to show these schematics to.
She has already seen them. She has copied this journal.
Oh,
I
aye.
believe, though, that our Lord was preparing to recover the sunken treasure.
And how far down did he narrow the location, do you say? Only a square kilometer.
Yeah, he's got a. So just for the audience, I'll kind of go over this real quick. The most of the information that he'd found was the stone of Lear.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on its way from Trael back to Tuska by a long roundabout way, and the heretics were actually on their way to it. But when they got to the series of islands, and we'll jump over to the world map real quick. The central islands up here, they were ambushed by a man of war, and they were not a man of war.
Shift ping.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, and his research note, like, he's obviously sent a whole bunch of expeditions into that area in the past. And he's kind of narrowed it down to about a square kilometer.
Well, our work's half done. Kind of ironic that it's the sea serpent that's lost beneath the.
I know, right?
Or we like to find Vulcan in a volcano and aura in the clouds, you reckon?
However, I am on the land of the crescent moon is. Or would I be aware of that?
You might not. You might have some vague inkling, but I'm sure your archer friend could probably confirm
nerd.
that. Or nerd, yeah. I mean,
Okay, I just found it on the map, yeah.
it's
I believe we should try to figure out where all of these are before we go for. If we are too hasty, we may take an inefficient route, go back and forth, and die before we.
Aye, that's a fine point. Would be no good to spend weeks journeying far west if we've only to come far east again after.
well, you've got information on 2 more stones or 2 more statues,
Dragons.
but there's one more that like you got nothing for at the moment. So
If it is in that chain there, the archipelago or whatever you call those kind of shithole islands,
archipelago.
then it may no be too far from the Turner flotilla. They do remain in such an area.
Perhaps, yes. And we
And they,
could try to find a lead on the final one and figure out what the crescent moon is.
I'm of a like mind.
So, shall we head to this sunken dragon after the Turner flotilla?
I think that might be most prudent. Depending on where we are on the flotilla when it. But I think we go for the sunken treasure. Seems most our work is done for us.
Very well. And Sonya will head back to his court.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Nice.
I'm going to be spending most of this journey in bed.
Okay.
I might leave my quarters in a few days. I don't know.
I would figure. Yeah, it's gonna be about an 8-day journey. I did the math before the session with a little bit of
Less of
tacking.
that critical.
Uh oh no, it was gonna be like a 9-day journey, but
Okay.
you managed to.
Could you make 2 esoteric medicine rolls for me, please?
I can. Esoteric. So many skills. There it is. These are just straight up.
Okay, so I will get those 2 HPs back.
Whereabouts you sitting there?
That put me at -1, and then I just need to make the other 7 days of regular healing rolls. Oh wait, did you say 6 days or 8?
It's
8 days.
8.
8
Yeah.
days.
So I've already critically failed 1 natural healing roll. I need to make 7 more.
That sucks.
You don't lose any HP at least. Oh my god, that's hideous.
Yeah, that is 3.
3.
No 4.
Oh, yep. There's the 4th.
Okay.
1, 2,
Oh,
4,
yep.
5. 5. 4, the 1, the 3, the 1, and the 6. And 7. The other 6. Wait, is it if it's negative or positive?
It's got to be positive.
Yeah, so you made 1, 2, 3,
6 total.
4,
Yep, 6
5,
total.
6. Yeah.
So that's nice in the positive HPs.
Yeah, I'm still reduced move beyond crippled foot.
Okay.
But 1 more HP back and I won't be.
Nice. Well, that's good. All right. So
During those 8 days, I would like to actually start developing a rapport with that captain we kidnapped.
with Captain Armando Cavallero.
Yeah, talk literature with him. It's nice having someone educated on board.
Yeah, he actually seems to be fairly well educated too, like classically educated. You definitely notice that his education is definitely clouded by his uh, religion, the way religion tends to. But you know, he's got a good working knowledge of literature. He liked to read.
Yeah, otherwise just keeping everything maintained. I don't think there's a lot for me to do.
Okay. Anybody else want to be working on anything else?
Yes. This experience taught Grog something. It's good when girls come to Grog, so maybe more things should come to Grog. And as he's cooking the eggs for the morning bacon, he figures that, damn, I have to go again to pick up the ham for the eggs. Wait, what if I just pull it to me? So he now wears this hook on the side instead of a flintlock, and he has around his body and waist a chain like a belt,
Okay.
and it makes him happy.
Okay. And your prisoner, how is she being treated through the journey? Pretty much just locked under a stairwell.
I mean,
Uh,
allowed to move, I think,
I'm
occasionally.
delegating that decision.
Well, she's treated well, ish. You know, for a prisoner, like I've already said, no having your way with her, and then she's
She gets
also
she gets the same sort of meal that the captain and the daughter and all the special guests get. And whenever he makes like a tart for Quistana, he also makes one for the captain and the prisoner.
Okay, so you don't treat her like a bunch of savage pirates. Like,
No, we're civilized.
okay.
We want our money.
oh my god, screamy cat.
Okay. Yeah. She's not happy, but she could be far more unhappy. How about?
Sorry if you asked me a question, then I got distracted.
No, you're good. Sanyo, what are you working on?
There isn't really too much for Sonya to work on at the moment. It's a schematic a fair bit, and pretty much just exercise and train to keep in good condition.
Cool. Sounds good.
Probably not going to train his horseback riding skill right now.
Probably not. No, that's gonna be difficult. And then Alfinic.
Not much for Alfinic to do. He is shooting the breeze, drinking.
Can you?
He-
Do you think you could shoot a fish?
I think you can. That's why they
Do you
say
like-
shooting fish in a barrel.
Like with a bit of rope around your arrow, maybe?
Yeah, that would not be easy, but
Do you reckon you could catch like what, about 120 fish?
I reckon we'd use nets for that
Yeah,
and the fishing skill.
that would be my
Damn.
thought.
Survival ocean.
Like, I think you'd want to.
Or straight up fishing.
There
Yeah.
is a net still.
Yeah.
Have-
You could build a ballista and start whaling.
I think the net skill's more for catching people.
Harpoon, maybe? That's what you're looking for?
Now,
Swamp
fishing
fishing.
includes all sorts of fishing.
Yeah, not just pole and line. I'm just being a dick,
Yeah.
as usual.
The if we have a physician, he could treat the patient.
I did treat the patient.
Yeah, you get one roll every 3 days at this time.
Oh, okay.
We're still limited by jar technology.
All right, so it sounds like we can do the 8-day journey, and y'all get to the Turner Flotilla.
'Tis a fine sight. There she is. All our money's in that flotilla, lad.
Did you come out?
Aye, your captain is gay. Disappointing. If anyone else would have. I'm out. I'm out of my cabin now. Back on deck, hobbling around. Daughter, my foot no longer fits in this gorgeous.
I said I would design one for you that fits in the boot.
Ye said, but I have yet to see.
I've been running the ship, Mother. Give it time.
So ye say, but the ship is as filthy as ever.
Story ever.
It's just such a good descriptor. Never mind that. Alright, I can make do with this hobbling, and I like limp out, clutching my chest where I had a bayonet in it a week ago.
Okay. Yeah, so the crew hasn't seen you in a while, so there's been murmurings amongst them about the status of the captain.
I'm alive, you pricks.
And actually they're mostly excited to see you because you're a decent enough captain.
Aye, now let's get those luxuries up. How many items did we have total? Because like these guys are entitled to picks of the treasure themselves.
We'd have to get them appraised first.
Yeah, we really would.
And I think most of them just want monies.
Yeah. Honestly, they're all of a mind that they'd rather take their
Get the
percentage
cash.
of what gets sold. Like none of them have much use for wall hangings and
All right, yeah.
other artwork, because it's like 90% of what you stole. Actually, so let's see where I put my notebook.
Not like a diamond grill or anything, or like
No,
a big weed leaf chain or something.
no, not really anything like that.
A diamond grill sounds impractical for most meats.
Yeah, and the other thing, some of your crew did also manage to swipe a chest full of gold bits out of the office.
Gold bits.
Yeah, gold doubloons.
Doubloons!
Um, and that's GURPS bucks value is like 23,500 on that.
Oh, shit.
Someone want to keep track of that?
Smaller.
Can
Smaller.
you get us a note card where we can put our loot off the ship?
The hold?
It already exists.
Yep, that's.
Yeah, I'll start typing in there quick. That makes sense.
You said 23,500.
23,500, yes.
Thank you. Noted.
Yep. And as you are on deck getting everything unloaded, obviously there's the the harbor master, quote quote, who guides you in. Again, the standard practice on board is as you guys come in and they get the ships locked together, a set of a team of people
Oh yeah,
from the flotilla come aboard, and they
valet sailor.
yeah, they come and take control of your sails and hull, so that way nobody's crashing into each other. They're trained, and this is like their one job. They take control of docked ships, so that way the flotilla doesn't get destroyed and the ship
Right,
stays.
pays good that job.
I'm sure it pays pretty fantastic. It's pretty specialized skill.
Are they unionized?
What's a union?
Mate, you are being scammed.
But as well, and I don't remember her name, so I gotta go back to NPCs. Flotilla, people of note. Lara, the Admiral, and Mia both come walking down to you. Like, Annabelle! Good to see ya. Has it been a fruitful voyage?
Of course, what merits the welcome?
Well, when you said you were off to uh Patina, we never thought we'd see you again, so. And then, like, as you step closer to them, they both kind of get that look where they see that
I'm wrecked.
it was an eventful voyage for you. Like, oh my, Captain, what happened?
I'm sure you'll hear plenty tale from my crew by this eve.
Mom got
We-
shot.
We raided.
I walk by holding a painting, walking onto the deck.
Damn child.
You got
devil take her.
shot.
I got shot and stabbed, aye. But we made it out of there with a chest of doubloons, one of our artifacts, and God knows how much in priceless artwork.
Well, I'm sure that Theodore can put a price on it.
Aye, like he can, and it won't be high enough.
No, not likely. He's a shrewd merchant, that one.
Don't suppose in our absence there's been any word of that which I advertised for? The dragon statuary?
She shakes her head and not much. We did find rumor that there's a captain floating the South Seas who may have a prized possession like the one you speak of, but you know the way the rumor mill turns amongst these lowlights and heathens.
Aye, 'tis mostly accurate beyond doubt. One of ours? Or a civilian?
No, I think he's a pirate that floats solo, not connected to any flotilla that we know of.
Let's hope this time the rumors are wrong.
But other than that, no, we've found nothing.
Well, thank you for trying.
Yeah. Well, should we have the physician come look at you?
Mind, I don't take that as an insult. I'm in perfect health. Now, if you'll excuse me, my daughter is like to get fleeced by that gentleman. And I kind of hobble away. Oh god.
They're they're looking at you with a bit of concern, seeing you hobbling. And they'll just kind of shrug and walk off, get back to whatever business at hand.
And I thought it were over here. But I'm definitely wrong.
You definitely are.
He
Found
was
him.
right here.
Yep, you gotta go up a level.
I have the painting that he specifically requested.
Mm-hmm. And we just got grog and brain damage carrying big sacks of Did it say loot on the side?
I was picturing bags with the money symbol, but yup,
Swag works too.
swag. The booty! It says booty.
Booty, obviously.
Another one says juicy.
Booty juicy. You stood the wrong way again.
Alright. So you all head to the art dealer?
Yep.
That's where our money is.
Alright, yeah, so who's heading in first?
I think I had just a couple, like 30 seconds on Mother. Maybe more since she's Mr. Hopples.
Yeah, probably a couple minutes, seeing
Yeah.
as Madam Hobbles.
And probably considering that Castana's probably not the one carrying much anything.
I just carrying the one painting.
Okay, yeah. So it's just a rolled up piece of canvas in your arms.
Yeah. Well, that's the best way to move
Stolen art.
stolen art.
Cool. Yeah, so you pop in.
Is there an equivalent to Santa Claus in this universe?
Yeah.
Equivalent to Ding Dong. Equivalent to Santa Claus here.
Just call him Krampus.
Krampus. But yeah, that's what I said as I enter.
Is that Castana or
You
you're
gave him kind of a posh outfit. Oh,
back? Yeah, he'll open the door. Castana, come in, come in. How was your voyage?
eh. Prissy nobles. You know how it is.
I do that. Please tell me that you've pissed them off.
Well, considering we stole a good amount of their artwork and then burned down their house and murdered the man, maybe. He might still be able to.
Whoa, he be dead. Grog be sure.
I didn't see it, but I'll trust Grog. And I hold up the painting and kind of move it in my hand like doing that, oh, look what I got thing.
He says, "Oh my, you actually pulled it off." And he like reaches out to grab it from you.
I believe we have payment is in order. We had a deal.
You're right, you're right. We did have a deal. Now you cut it out of the frame, so I will have to reduce some of the price for that, but I'm willing to go about 40,000.
What was the original thing he offered? 50?
50.
Ah, you lost a mere bit of centimeters, my friend. I do believe this is time for what is it? Barter?
Merchant.
Merchant.
Merchant. That frame was shite anyway, had more blood on it than that painting does.
Merchant. There it is. By 4, decent amount.
He succeeds by 3.
So margin of 1.
Margin of 1. That's what, another 10%?
Margin isn't relevant. I went over this last set.
I'm sorry, what
Yeah,
was
it's pretty much success gets you like 10% better off usually.
it? Okay. Yeah. Then you get a good 10% more, so 44,000 is what he's willing to offer you for it.
I'll take it.
Added to funds.
Oh, and you're doing the split thing, right?
Yeah, it will be getting split.
Also, we need money for iron. A lot of iron.
We've got all the doubloons as well. Are they essentially just currency already?
Yeah, those are already in currency form. It's just
Oh, okay, so I'll just add them to funds as well.
it was basically a chest full of pieces of 8.
And then we have an extravaganza for you. Prince, Grog, why don't you show the man what we got?
Whoa! And then he just gonna leave and come back with the noblewoman.
Oh, no, not okay. He
This
drops
was not
the
what
bag-
you had in mind.
drops the bag and wanders off. You'll probably come back with a noblewoman in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll pick up the bag and be like, "Oh, what is Grog?" and put it on his desk.
Yeah. There's actually a few bags. Like it takes a couple of crewmen along with Grog to carry it all over. And you drop it down, and he's like, "Oh my, you guys really went for it, didn't you?" He'll start looking through everything. It's a lot of like smaller artwork, little paintings. It's also statues and bits of gold and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I pointed out the most expensive stuff on my trek through there. They had a
Okay.
list.
Yeah,
Super cutlery.
he gets through looking through it all, and he's like, "Oh, this is all very fine." And after it it takes him about the time he looks up to give you an offer, Grog, you come walking back in.
So he brings up the lady and he's like, Grog got the best booty.
Yes, so you drag her in, and his eyes go big and wide, and her eyes go big and wide, and she actually takes a step forward and slaps Theodore and says, "I will never forget what you did."
Mind your booty there, Grog. It seems a bit wild.
Everything about Grog is wild.
That's Grog.
But that's Grog.
What were you thinking bringing her here?
She's the prize of Grog. I figure we We may sell her for ransom. She stands to inherit quite the estate, I understand. And if not, then she's Grog's booty, and he may keep her in the division if he wishes to vote.
Oh, Grog, that is booty that you want to be very careful with. She's a spiteful one, she is. Spiteful? After what you did to me? I was ready to drop everything and run off with you, and then you just disappeared.
I'm stuffing my pipe and watching intently. This
I'm,
is all rather
I'm
dramatic, isn't it?
I'm pouring some of the tea he made, not for us, but has just on his desk for myself.
Okay, yeah, they have a bit of an argument of which, in the end, you discover that part of the reason he's in exile is because those two had an affair.
Ooh, scandalous.
Very raunchy, aye.
And she is very, very upset with him. Like, Grog, are you controlling her?
Funnier if you
No.
don't.
I'm basically drinking rum and just enjoying this because it's the best thing that will ever exist before television.
Oh yeah, she's getting physical with him. She's like slapping him and hitting him in the chest. Like, nothing that's gonna cause any actual damage, but and he's just like backing up, not wanting to hurt her, and like
I doubt someone who's been kept in a cage under some stairs for 8 days is in the most fighty position.
no,
so
no, she's drawn up from that well of supreme anger.
Oh, she got that devil energy.
Yeah, she is none too happy right now, and
when someone tries to stop her, Grug will go like, no, not yet. Not yet.
I don't think anyone's trying to stop her.
No one.
no one's trying to stop her. Eventually, Theodore's had enough of this, and he just gives her a good backhand and puts her on the ground and says, "I had no choice."
I'll stand up at that. I'll be like, what in the blazes do you call that there, Theo?
I believe it's called a backhand, Mother.
On the booty of my crew.
I know. Shameful.
Control her.
Bad handling.
I did not ask for you to bring her here. Get her out of here.
All right, he'll just pick her up the same way.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah,
At this point, he picks her like a goat.
Yeah, she barely notices that you're picking her up, and she's still just screaming obscenities at Theodore. Like, as you leave, and she's just doing that, like, pounding on your back there, Grog. Like, she is very, very upset. And it seems to have totally forgotten that she is a captive. And he just looks at you like, well, that's gonna cost you a bit, I think. I'll give you 25 for the additional treasure.
How much is it worth?
No, sir, I think your behavior here is going to have cost you. And I think we may be taking our business elsewhere.
Okay, good luck finding anybody who's willing to fence this pile of goods. And then he scoffs at himself. Willing, can afford this pile of goods.
Monsieur, despite your current mood, you must admit selling her back would have been a lucrative endeavor. Just because you're not willing to do so doesn't mean you should take your bad attitude out on us. You still have plenty of bounty here that you would be able to fence at a very high profit margin. Don't try to scam us just because you're upset. Shall we be civilized about this whole endeavor? What do you need?
I
Fast talk, diplomacy.
feel like this is a diplomacy. This is diplomacy.
Never gives a negative
I don't think I
reaction.
have diplomacy. So does anyone have the skill sheet up?
I'm nearby. IQ or politics -6.
Okay. Ouch. Made it.
Yeah, damn. He
And
like
a success on a diplomacy check means that you've achieved a fair reaction roll.
okay. Cool. So he will like kind of smooth down his shirt and straighten his collar. And he doesn't really say anything. He turns around and he walks over to the bar, steps behind it, and he lays out a row of glasses, and he, does the like tip the bottle of rum and just drag it over all the glasses, and he'll pick one up, kind of mull over it for a while. I assume you guys come on over.
Yeah, but I'm being quiet so I don't sour this because I just want to stab him up.
Okay. He'll take the shot. And he looks over at Castana and says, "Yes, you are right. You are right. The surprise of seeing that woman so suddenly seems to have muddled my logic. I like you, so I will, in fact, give you fair price on the terms that you never drag that woman back here."
Noted.
I'll give you 40,000 for it.
I'm not going to try to barter with him right now. I'll take the 40.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Well then, it sounds like we've got a deal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must compose myself again. So if you would all kindly see yourself out, and he like reaches under the bar and he grabs a bag full of money and he just throws it at you, Captain. Not throws
Yoink.
not throws it, he just like slams it down on the bar in front of you. Says, maybe you could see the cobbler on board to do something about that limp, Captain.
Mayhaps I could. Seems my shoe took a bit of a blasting.
Now, if you will all kindly see yourselves out. And he actually like pours himself another shot, slams it on your way out.
I'll down the rest of the tea that I poured for myself and leave.
Sonia will not kindly head out.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. So everybody else,
What's this guy's name?
Theodore Knight.
Okay. My good Theodore, I think there's another matter I would wish to discuss with you.
He
A lucrative matter.
he grabs the glasses and he pours you each one and gives you a like a lazy the he's got that look where he's interested but he's still pissed off.
And Sonia was looking around this place earlier. Was there anything here that looked al-Shakak?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? There was a gypsy band in the background.
No, it's a cat. Was
Okay.
there anything here that looked al-Shakaki?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that
Was
either.
there anything else Shakek that he had?
Oh yeah, there's little like trinkets, jewelry, that kind of stuff in a display case.
Okay, anything there that looks like it's Shakak workmanship?
Like it's what workmanship?
Super fancy al-Shakak workmanship.
Yeah, there's like a necklace.
Is it definitely a woman's necklace? Or no?
Yeah, it's definitely like you know, in necklace isn't really the right. It's the like collar with the jangly
Port?
hangings and
Okay, is there anything here that would look not out of place on Sanyo?
um
Perhaps an ornamental al-Shakak styled weapon?
not a weapon, but um there's a bracelet. There's a nice bracelet that is like a male Al Shakek kind of wrist wrapping.
Okay, and what sort of person would wear it?
Noble. Like it's an expensive one.
Yeah. Uh, Sanyo will bring that up to Theodore. What would you want for this item?
That? Ooh, you've got a good eye, sir. That that was sold to me by a prince, an ex prince who fled from the Crusades after a great defeat. Um, I could probably part with it for about 1,500.
I see. Well, perhaps there is something of interest I could trade for it. And Sanyo will grab the nice ornamental weapon he found at the Reynolds mansion.
Ooh my, that is a fine piece. He'll take a look at it. Like
And perhaps all the finer for a man of your history.
I'm sorry, I again didn't catch that.
And perhaps all the finer man of your history.
Yeah, again the middle part of that perhaps and history is all I caught.
Perhaps all the finer for a man of your history.
Oh,
Finer.
yes, this is this is quite the piece. I suppose I could do an even trade on it. If it gets you
But I
to
have the feeling
leave.
that Trade would not be fair here.
Well, as I see it, I've already asked your crew to leave me be, and it's not a piece that I am desperate for. So I will do a fine trade if it, or a direct swap if it gets you to leave.
My apologies for the strange behavior of my crew. I am unsure, though, of whether you are aware of the provenience of these fine items. I believe it holds, perhaps, a notion of revenge for you.
Well, the notion of revenge was the painting to have the Lord Reynolds family portrait hanging on my wall was the notion of revenge I was looking for. This is just a fine piece that the Lord Reynolds had in his collection. So again, I make my offer.
Is this guy gay?
No. We literally just had a discussion about how him and Lady Reynolds had an
dear.
affair.
Or bi, I guess? Damn it.
I will roll 1d6. 4 or 5, he is bi. No, he is straight.
So hot.
Metrosexual. He's very fine dressed.
I love that word. It's so bad.
Look, if it gets you to
Okay,
leave, I will give you an additional 500 gold.
Very good.
Just go around crit failing merchant everywhere. They're just gonna pay you to leave.
Yeah, right.
Oh god, I didn't even see that.
Crit failed. Maybe
Yeah,
revisit that one?
yeah, no, I didn't even
Sorry.
see the crit fail. No, he's like, I will take the dagger and an additional 1,000.
It appears then that you do not wish to part with this item, that you wish it to continue this on your very busy shelves. Good day.
Good day, and he like takes another shot and he slams it, and you can actually hear the glass break.
Sanyo making friends all across the flotilla.
Wait, Sanyo, you have to go back and say, I say good day.
Yeah, you leave, and you can actually hear another glass break as the door closes. Yes, it is fake. All right. So, you have just sold the booty. What is everybody up to now?
Visit that cobbler.
I do believe we have to, Mother, before you go to the cobbler, we need to discuss this, and I'll hold out the painting, the drawing of that weird device.
I we'll need to. It seems we'll need to build this thing or acquire something very similar.
I might be able to construct such a thing, but it is going to be time consuming and expensive.
Do we have that much time?
You do know that there are construction crews aboard the flotilla as well. Like you
Yeah.
can hire contractors to do a job like that.
Or we can use a majority before we give shares, give a majority of the or pay whatever we need and then divide shares for this device because we will be needing it to be able to lift the curse.
This is true. Depends
Apologies
on
for the
the.
delay.
God, sorry, son.
Left. I believe we might be able to work with these schematics and change if your daughter is skilled enough.
I don't have the time nor the tools. I would have to spend months on the flotilla making such a device, and even then, I wouldn't be able to test it. It would be better if we could spend the money to get like 5 or men to be working on this.
But what of a minor scale one? We do not need to send several people down to find the dragon. We only need to send one person with a rope.
I still don't have a
And-
forge on deck. Such a thing would require installation on our ship. And I've never built anything like this before. I have theory. I've made blueprints for ships before, but this is out of my scope. Given time, I'd be able to do it, but we do not have that time.
Alright, so what of a simpler design? Instead of fancy pumps and all of these mechanical components, what if we simply replace the anchor with some sort of a bell? Put a person in the bell, sink the anchor, the person has a pocket of air to return to, they find the dragon, they attach a rope to the dragon, they come back up, and we have the dragon.
Maybe speak to the contractor's mother.
Aye, we should see what's available. We should see how much it's going to cost.
See. Mm. Has anyone here ever been in a sinking shipwreck?
Grog will raise a hand.
Of course.
Maybe point to your leg.
It was a bad day, that was. Not only we lost the ship, but I lost my leg to a bloody white shark.
How deep did you sink that day, Grog?
I do not remember well. I was mostly fighting on the water with a kitchen knife.
Well, when I sank, it went so deep it was completely dark. Couldn't see anything.
Oh, so actually, I do want to mention on the diving suits, there is a little like headlamp schematic that goes into the helmet bit as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's like you light the oil candle, and the whole thing is sealed onto the helmet, so the oxygen is supplied through the helmet. It probably gets a little warm in there, actually, like right on the forehead.
Come out with just a circle burn into your forehead where you've been pressing against a rivet.
Yeah, probably. But there is a light option.
So if for sending someone down there, they're gonna need light, or it's gonna be a waste of time.
We should go talk to the Admiral. She'll know best what's aboard our flotilla, what materials are available to us.
Sounds good.
Head up there.
Ah, Captain Annabelle, I'm so glad that you visited me.
Apologies for my abruptness earlier. I was in a haste to get my booty.
Just get paid for your booty. Correcting you.
Oh, I get the booty and I get paid for the booty, lass.
Who was that woman that I saw Grog dragging with him?
I think she's still getting drug.
Probably still heading out the ship.
Or did you put her in the cage and come back?
Or are you
Uh,
just dragging her around with you like a dog?
hmm.
Goat. It was a goat lift that he employed.
Yes. Probably just around the market while he gets a few things for the kitchen. Just a few moments.
Okay.
Doesn't that look lovely, dear? Let's get one of these.
That was Lady What's Her Face.
You kidnapped a royal?
Grog kidnapped a royal.
Well, that's not gonna come and bite us in the ass at all.
We're figuring a crew might be willing to ransom her back.
Well, maybe that's a discussion for later. What brings you up here now?
We need to go deep under the waves. We need supplies, and we perhaps need to build some kind of mechanisms as quickly as possible.
She like scoffs at that. Like, you need to go under the water? What could possibly allow us to do such a thing?
We have blueprints. I'll plop it on the desk.
She picks him up and like she's got that look like whatever, you must be insane. But
We need sheet iron and the tools to work them.
Or knowledgeable, or people who could do that for us, seeing as we are pressed for time.
yeah, she looks skeptical. But as she starts going through the schematics, she actually starts getting more and more interested in them. You know, she starts doing the oh.
We might even be
Hmm.
willing to share this fine technology with you and be able to reclaim lost booty if you're willing to be the financier.
Aye, we'll need it but once, and then it can be yours for the flotilla.
Oh my, this is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I believe we could have it built. I don't know how long it would take. I'd have to talk to the chief engineer upon the flotilla, but this 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 I think might be very doable. Mia, Mia, go get Jonathan. Mia goes and
I
runs off.
imagined Jonathan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Give me a second while I search for a photo. Nah.
Jonathan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
As a pirate.
As a pirate. Yeah. No, Mia goes and runs off. She's going to be gone for a minute. Um, and the captain says, "Where did you get these from?"
Same place as Grog's booty.
This this was in Lord Reynolds Manor?
What's left of it?
My. This is very interesting. Well, let's see what Jonathan has to say about it before we talk business on it. Shall we?
Aye. Let it be known I have a few thousand I can give to the workers to incentivize swiftness.
Well, let's have a talk with Jonathan before we discuss money. Care for a drink?
Of course, and
Pulls
I'm
out a
already packing my pipe.
pulls out a bottle of rum.
I will take you aside as we're walking. You go, Mother, we might be able to get them to pay for all of this.
Aye, that would be rather pleasant, wouldn't it?
So stop asking to give away money.
I take a deep draw on my pipe and hold it for a bit. I'm like, what's that, daughter?
So stop offering to give away money that we don't need to spend.
I'm like nodding. I'm like, aye. Not really looking at you. Something's distracted me on the wall. And then I hear rum tinkling into a glass, and I turn around and I'm like, oh. I'll start recanting. I'll spin a tale.
Spin a tale of how you got it, or
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead, roll me an enthrallment.
I'm looking for public speaking, which is the best I can do. You don't need the use of your legs to do public speaking, do you?
Depends on how much body language you want to add into it.
I think I'll do this seated.
Okay.
But as we took the place by storm, raided a manor in the city streets of the... It was marvellous. Grog caught him a woman, chopped the man's skull clean in half from behind.
Yeah, Grog seems like such a capable pirate. It's a shame you've got him stuck in the kitchen the way you do.
It is how he likes it. And the prince poked so many holes in things. It was like a festival of calendars, it was.
Oh, what a great story that was. Well then. Ah, Jonathan. So glad to see you. Annabelle has brought us something quite interesting. And she'll hand him the schematics.
Sanyo's about as well, isn't he?
I think so.
You're at the cobbler.
No.
Oh yeah, I have got my token out the cobbler right now. That's just where I want to be. I'm at the cobbler in...
Okay, yeah, Sonia would be here. I thought you were discussing this with the cobbler, which is kind of...
Yeah, we ended up discussing it.
Yeah,
with,
see, I thought you went to...
You know, we should probably be in Lara's quarters.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I assumed this was all in Lara's quarters, and, you know, you were going to go do the cobbler thing later.
The map's too big for us to find anything.
Yeah, okay, so...
A real pirate would have learned the layout by now.
That's the Admiral's quarters. And the cobbler is here.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I was just moving my character, and then I got pinged down there. Oh, up. There we go.
Visions of a giant Sanyo haunt my mind. Leave me be, ghost!
You fight for fun. I smell the blood of an English woman.
Tell me it's not too late. Tell me, ghost. You there, little girl, what day is it?
It is Krampus Day.
Then it's not too late. Grog, Go out and get me the biggest booty you can find.
Aye, aye, miss. Oh, wait. Here. Passes the woman.
Oh, she'll make a fine roast for Tiny Tim.
All right, that
Sorry
didn't
about that.
happen. So in the quarters,
Grog comes back with this.
Who's that one?
That's the biggest booty
Too
that
strong.
Grog comes
Too
back
strong.
with.
Oh.
that appears to be Luke's character from a few games ago.
Oh my god. It
Bingo
kind of
skinny.
totally is. It's
All
a
right.
bulked up
I'm not,
Federinga.
not looking forward to fighting her.
Oh, that's
So,
just a pile of NPCs that I had ready in case I need NPCs.
when you roll at 18, she appears and sinks us.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. So, we're all in Laura's office? Not in the
Aye,
coffins
Leonard.
yet?
No, Jonathan. Your name's
Jonathan.
Jonathan, not Leonard.
Yeah, Jonathan comes in. He's quiet. Um, and, yeah, like I say, Laura says, Jonathan, Annabelle here has brought us, something very interesting, and I'd like you to take a look at it. To which he, grabs the schematics and he starts taking a look at it, and all he ever
All
says is,
credit,
mm-hmm.
all credit to the nerds, of course.
And eventually she asked, can we do it? To which he just nods.
How quickly?
He holds up 3 fingers.
I hope those are days.
He nods at that.
What? Holy shit.
I'll like throw my hat up, like, huzzah!
And how much do you think it'll cost to build? To which he holds up uh 5 fingers, and then he closes his fist and holds up 5 fingers, and then he clenches his fist and holds up another 5 fingers.
5 to the power of 5 to the power of 5.
The captain says, "Oh, okay, that'll be." He says it'll cost about, and she pauses for a second. 50,000.
We would only be needing it with this once, and these plans would be very valuable for the flotilla, being able to float over previous wrecks, dive down, capture the booty that was left behind.
And it shall need testing to prove that the concept is sound.
Well, you
And
seem
our
to make
intended test location is no great distance from.
you seem to make a fair point. I'll tell you what, I'll cut it in half if we get to keep the schematics.
I'm gonna try to talk her down.
What if you were to also keep the bell itself after we are done with it?
Well, since there's no promise we'd see it back anytime soon, we're just going to assume that we're not going to get it back. So, tell you what, when you come back, we'll buy it back from you at cost.
So they're asking for like 25,000 right now,
Yep.
but the gear's that all back.
Depending on condition.
What are these guys, landlords?
Yeah, they're pirates. I made it by 6 to try to talk that number down even more.
All right. We'll have it done for 20.
Deal.
Aye.
She spits into her hand and reaches out to you, Annabelle.
Oh, good, Annabelle.
Aye, I'll. Big gauze in mine.
Ugh.
Yuck.
And squelch together. Form a sacred bond.
Yep.
The filth gods are appeased.
And you know I'll be
I-
needing that payment up front.
Aye. I'll start rifling through the bag of money we got from the.
You'll have to recalculate the.
I am on it now. It's quite easy because I jigged it a bit to restock the ship as well. I already took ship restocking supplies off.
Yeah, I was actually going through your whole formula and trying to figure out just how much money to give you. Like the booty, I've been trying to figure out how much each individual share winds up being. That should be more than enough to keep them appeased for a month.
I was going to say it's a bit under the officers, but they get more shares, so yeah, it's perfect. That is like exactly a month's wages.
These guys are pirates, so you know that they can burn through it rather rapidly.
Yeah. Let's hope that ship were also carrying gold bars.
Yeah, right. All right, so it looks like you guys got yourself a deal. As soon as the deal's finished, Jonathan will grab up those schematics and he'll head out. And
I'll raise my glass to Jonathan on his way out.
he just grunts at you.
I like Jonathan. Husband material for sure.
Are you flirting with him?
Not yet,
Not yet.
but I it's piqued my interest for sure.
All right, so your diving bell and suits. So basically, the pump system actually supports 5 suits. With the
How many of us are there?
there happens to be 5 PCs.
Oh,
Crazy how that works out.
I know, right? It's not like I planned that at all.
everyone quick, try and gain enough weight to count as 2 PCs in the next 3.
Make my food, Grog. Make us fat.
Pork fat only, boil it.
Yeah, actually, I should note before he leaves, he'll point at the suits, and the admiral be like, "Ah, yes. When they start making the suits, they will need the measurements for the people they're being made for. So I'll
I
let you
wonder
know
if
when
it's
to
going to be the
report."
PCs.
So I will let you know when to report. It'll probably be sometime tomorrow for measurements.
I'm gonna fight a squid at the bottom of the sea with a rapier.
Yeah.
gonna be sick.
But yeah, she'll pour another drink and raise it up and say, well, if you'll excuse me, I have other business to attend to. It's always a pleasure, Captain.
Likewise, Admiral. Stumble away, very weak.
You should go see the cobbler.
Cobbler!
Alright, so in general, I'm gonna kind of do a bit of a 3-day time skip unless anybody has particulars they would like to be
Anybody?
working on.
Well, we needed to.
Anybody?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jared.
Sanyo's going to visit the tailor.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a guy who does finer stuff, and there's a couple of guys who do, you know, they take old sacks and make them into shirts, kind of deal.
Sanyo will minor guy.
Okay. Trying to get some finery.
Yeah. Does the guy have selections already on display?
Yeah, but not like uh uh nothing really ready made. He's got like, examples set up, and he's got uh like rows of materials. Like it whatever you get, it's gonna be kind of custom made.
Good day, my good.
Good day to you. How can I help you?
I am looking to have a made custom for me.
Well, that's what I do. What are the specifics?
You are a man of many styles, no?
On this particular ship, you got to learn the dress styles of Al Shakek and Trayal and Tuska to keep up with the cultural diversity upon this flotilla.
Yes, yes. I wish for a fancy outfit that matches the diversity encompassed by Ashikek.
Ah, trying to match your native roots, as it were. I think we can.
As it were, of the same level of fanciness as my current garb. Sonny was currently wearing very fancy clothes. $1,200, £2.
Okay. Yeah, he can make that for sure. There's actually going to be a bit of an up cost by about 10% just because material is more difficult to come by around here.
Is he gay or bi?
Uh, he's gay.
Flaunt it, my brother.
I am hoping that I will be looking stunning after this. And I am concerned about the price point here. It does not need to be quite so hefty.
Oh, I think we can work something out. And yeah, they'll basically give you the price that works the inflation off of the cost.
Wonderful. And it will be ready within 3 days?
For an additional 10%, I can have it done tonight.
Very well.
All right, strip. We will take your measurements. And to which
Oh yeah.
and 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 to which side do you dress,
Um,
sir?
sorry, with friends reference to make. Joey's tailor.
Stop watching Friends. It's bad for you.
Yeah, I can happily and honestly say that I've only seen like 7 episodes of Friends.
I know what you're talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about as well.
That's not how they do the end scene.
But yeah, Sonia will get his measurements taken.
Yeah, you didn't answer the really important question that he asks. To which side do you dress, good sir?
Ah, to my left.
To the left, to the left. It dangles to the left. Sorry. All right, yeah. No, he gets you all set up, and he says, so I will see you tomorrow then.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You've got some finery in the works. I assume the captain now hobbles down to the cobbler.
Cobbler hobbles to the cobble.
Fortunately, he's on this very same boat. Just down a couple levels. It's a very damp little shop as it sits below waterline.
Beer it.
But you kind of hobble in, and he seems to immediately uh, pick up on why you're here.
Oh, is it on the same level as the library?
It is one down.
Good. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Ew, yeah, it is damp in here.
Cobbler. Yep. It's a damp, small little shop. But yeah, you kind of hobble in, and he's like, "Oh, I think I know what you're here for, little lady." He calls you little lady.
Uh, hmm. Character sheet. One sec. Little lady, do you know Captain Annabelle Bird of the Dread Reavers?
Oh my, Captain, I'm very sorry. I did not mean to offend.
Aye, you're sorry. And I'm already, like, stood on one leg, leaning against the hull, pulling the boot off. And showing him my bloody bandages on my stumpy foot.
Okay. Yeah, he looks it over, and without saying much, he actually like kind of goes over to a shelf where he's got again like a little sampler made up, but it's not like a full deal. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think I have just the solution for you. You're
Sticks little bits of wood in the toe of my boot until it fits and feels alright.
yeah, he shows you the whole solution, and it's like, so until that heals, this is gonna be kind of painful, but it should allow you the stability of the whole foot. Um, you unfortunately will never, you'll never be able to walk quite the same, but I think we can give you some more support.
Excellent.
If you give me the evening, I can get this made up properly.
Aye. And what will your charges be?
I think this is an easy enough solution. I could probably have your boot made up for about 500.
Very well. I'll pay in advance.
Excellent. Well, I will
And
see
I hand
you.
him the cash.
I will see you tomorrow afternoon then. Gotta
Very good.
gotta go get a couple things cut to size.
I may send one of the crew for it.
You've paid already, so whoever comes for it is fine. And then yeah, he gets to work.
And I will get back to bed, I think.
Okay, that's fair. Castana, it looks like you head over to the library.
Yeah, where else would I go?
Oh, Castana, wonderful to see you again. You know, it's hard to find somebody to have a truly intelligent, educated conversation with aboard this barge.
Indeed.
So what brings you
So,
down here today?
I believe you owe me some books after you finished that I lent you to copy.
Oh my, I believe you are correct. And she'll walk over to her little desk, and there's like a little crate with a bunch of books in them. Like I've managed to copy them. Here you are.
Thank her. And then I wish to know about, do you have any history or geography books on what is the uh, one with the Crescent Moon Island?
Oh, Shaishi.
Shaishi.
Oh, I think I might. And she'll go rummaging like last time. She rummages through and goes and grabs a book. Like, oh, not this one. And then she'll go over a couple and pull a book and like, oh, maybe, and put it in a pile. And she gets a whole pile of books ready for you. I think maybe these might help where you're for what you're looking for.
I'll start looking them over, and then in reference to, I'm basically spending the rest of the day or the week, 3-day period in here researching with her to get our crescent moon clue kind of pinned down a little bit more, because in the journal thing it's like, let me pull that up again. What exactly did it say? Vulcan lies atop the mountain where the earth bleeds on the land of the crescent moon. So, like, yeah, as much information I can get on that area, like the volcano itself.
Okay, yeah. So like I say, you'll probably be in here the rest of the time you're here.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and make the research roll just kind of straight across.
All right. Do I
Um,
get any bonuses from her assistance? Or were
um,
you just going to take that into account?
yeah, I'm just gonna take that into account a little. So go ahead, make a
Straight
roll.
up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know what you find at the end of the
Yeah.
3 days.
So that's me for the entire weekend.
Okay.
The entire weekend. Thanks a lot, Dr. Daughter.
Well, I'll pop back in for when it's time to sleep and you need esoteric medicine.
To be fair, you can technically take care of 10 patients over 3 days. So I think 1 and 9 books is alright.
Yeah. Do you need those esoterics? You need one more, right?
3 days? Yeah, it'll just be 1 more.
Critical.
Nice.
Sick. I don't think that helps me.
I think you get 2 hit points on a critical instead of just 1.
I do. Sick.
Nice.
Thanks.
I believe you get to roll your HT.
And every single time I like take care of you and whatnot, I make like not a snide comment, but definitely comment like, and you called all this reading useless. Get your sword fighting done. You know.
You're just being a little shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's 3 more.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice. Well, after the little respite, you'll be feeling pretty good. Yeah, so Ever?
Sonya
Oh,
will also take of his library if we're about to time skip.
I'm sorry. Sonya will also.
Take a visit the library.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get there, you see Kastana poured over a book. She doesn't even notice you.
Well, I probably do notice him. I just choose to ignore him.
It seems like she doesn't notice you. And Amelia,
Also seems like she's a right little shit.
I am right, little shit.
she really is. And yeah, Amelia. Oh, Mr. Sanyo, I believe it was. How can we help you?
Good day to you. I am looking.
I'm sorry, you
An
completely
up-to-date book.
you completely
I
cut
am
out after
looking for a
looking.
book. For a book.
I have plenty of those.
How wonderful. Do you have an up-to-date book on the nobility and traditions of Al-Shikek?
Uh, Not anything super up to date, but I might have a couple. And yeah, she'll kind of go through her library and pull out a small stack of books. They're pretty much all written in El Shikak.
They're pretty
Actually,
much all what, sorry?
actually, she doesn't pull out any books. She goes to another cabinet and she pulls out a bunch of like scrolls, and it's all written in El Shikak.
How long reading material does this look to be?
You'll probably be at it for a while if you actually read everything. It'll take you the day at least to get through all of it.
Would there be a cost of some sort to purchase these from you?
Ooh, I don't let anything out of my library.
What about to copy it?
Well, that's how I make my money.
I see. And what is your price?
Exorbitant.
Yeah, 100 gold per page.
Close.
And all these scrolls, you could probably estimate it's going to take 100 pages to get them copied.
100 gold per page.
I've got to fund this library somehow.
Your price is exorbitant.
I've got to pay for it somehow. And paper's not cheap.
She's got diamond weed leaf necklace, and you can see rings that say "ballin" on her knuckle.
Well, and the other thing is like on this flotilla, there's not a whole lot of people to sell this to. Like there's not much
Just to
traffic
be
back
clear,
this
her
way.
price is to be allowed to copy it, right?
Oh no, I think that's the price for her to copy it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, You are charging 100 gold per page for me to look at these and write things.
Yes. Again, I've got to fund the library somehow. There's not much of a market on this uneducated barge.
Okay, now I'm confused because you said the price was indeed for her to copy it down, and then I asked
Oh,
if it was
right,
100
right.
for me to write stuff.
Well, if you bring the supplies, you can copy it yourself.
Very well. If you could keep these, only be a moment. And Sonia will go find another empty journal.
Okay. Yeah, I think you got one on your ship.
She's gonna come back in my quarters while
Stop
I'm
stealing
asleep,
my journals.
thieving with her empty journal of Gustav.
Those are expensive.
I've bought you one for your birthday every year, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I've been using them. Like, I copy books all the fucking time.
Well, when you notice that they keep going missing, you can invest in a good, sturdy book.
I guess I'm gonna have to with this klepto on board.
Yeah, Sonya gets back, and Castana, you're like, wait, is that one of my journals?
Well, no, then he'll go, and if they aren't super numerous, he will just go elsewhere. Let's see, where is that? There's a price per page in low tech.
Yeah, I'm in low tech. I'm just trying to figure out where it is.
Information technologies, writing and records.
Oh, right.
Writing media.
Writing media. There we go.
Here we go. £1 costs 6 and is 100 CL3.
So yeah, it's only
CL3.
3 for 100 sheets.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can
So
find that.
I'll just pay $30 for a decent.
Leather bound. Yeah. Works for you. Cool. So you're copying all that. You spend a lot of time copying, but you don't get much. No, you'll find a bunch. I assume you take the 3 days for the research as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the end goal specifically? Like you just want more knowledge on
So
the.
learn how Al-Shakek nobility works,
Oh, okay.
but you lose the unfamiliarity penalty for savoir-faire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can start sussing that out. It's honestly not too different from anybody else right now. There's kings and barons, and they've all got different names, but after the fall, a lot of the nobility doesn't carry as much weight because, like, unless you're actually Al-Shakek, but like on this barge, if you had an Al-Shakek prince and he demanded to be treated like a prince, just about everybody would be like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, you don't have power.
On this floater.
Yeah, like on this flotilla, like most places outside of Al-Shakek, like those titles aren't gonna hold a lot of weight.
Lucky we go into Alshkek eventually.
That's true. But yes, you can buy off that unfamiliarity if you'd like. All right. So brain damage. You got a couple of days. What are you working on?
Uh, Brain damage is gonna practice a little bit.
Okay, just setting up a target and
Yeah.
okay, yeah, easy enough. Just 3 days of training. And Grog Pegleg, just what are you working on?
I want to buy, or at least see if I can get a smith to secure or make the hook much more better than Grok just probably just picked up one by one and just said, "Ah ha ha, genius."
Yeah, if you want to spend what it costs, you can basically get a fine hook and chain. I'm gonna leave you to look that up and do all the math
Okay.
on that, but it'll be again, it's gonna be a 10% cost increase from whatever the book does because it's harder to come by all the material.
All right.
Wait, you want a hook and chain, like Road Dog?
You can say that.
Kusari. Yeah, sick. It's in good.
Cool.
There's one a really good one in martial arts too. Check out some of the martial arts weapons.
But yeah, I'll let you work on the math for that.
What the
Basic
hell did we do with that
272.
woman?
I'm sorry, what?
What the hell did we do with that woman? Is she just back in her cage?
That's all up to Grog. Grog's the one who's been.
Well, if he is going to go to the smith for that, and I'm going to do that later, I'm just going to say that he's actually doing that with her over his shoulder.
Okay, so
It's like,
Grog is just walking around with a woman on his shoulder. She eventually gets tired and just kind of accepts the predicament.
well, he gets tired and they all go some place that they can go to eat and then get stuffed back into the ship. So she has to go back into being there.
She doesn't
Dancer.
have to be there if she's good. I don't think.
You think she's not going to escape or get harassed by a pirate in a pirate
If
ship
she
island?
tries to run, she's gonna have a bad time.
Like, there's literally nowhere for her to go. Like, you could leave her as a prisoner loose aboard the ship, and what the fuck's she gonna do?
She could kill herself.
I mean, there's that.
Yeah, that's something we don't want. So, Grog is keeping an eye on her. Getting her something to eat on the island with the rest of the pirates. Since she's on disguise, I guess nobody's going to recognize her.
You know,
Except the guy
you're
from the
gonna
shop.
wind up with a Stockholm Syndrome wife.
Um,
Like, you're the beast and she's Belle.
At least he's that hairy.
there is one thing I would like to do when I'm not researching. It's I just want to go to the poisons lady and restock because I'm out of cobra venom.
She is also out of cobra venom. You bought her supply out last time.
Damn it! What
And
she got?
There's not a lot of fucking cobras around.
Does she got anything new?
No, her stock is kind of stagnant.
All right, still got that cyanide.
All right, so I propose we take a 8-minute break, and we'll be back at 15 after the hour.
Sounds good.
It's about that time, so
Right.
we'll be right back. And we are back. Sorry about the slightly elongated break. We did have a long first half of the session though, so boom. All right, so everybody's pretty much done their 3 days of business. So after the 3 days, we'll start with
My cats do their 3 days business in like half a day.
We'll start with our research projects that were being worked on. So we'll start with Castana. So, Kastana, you were researching what exactly?
The all about the volcano in uh Al-Shakik. Or not
Yes.
Al-Shakik.
Shai Shi.
Shaishi.
Shaishi, thank you.
Yep.
Shai
Um,
Shi Show Sham.
yeah. You do find a bit, not a whole lot. Shaishi, they're pretty secretive
I was
about.
mainly looking for things like maps or, anything that could.
Yeah, so you do kind of find a bit of a crude map that was made from the perspective of an outsider. And yeah, Shaishi is definitely the main capital island. There's a big crescent um, sort of deal. It's a really big one. It's a couple hundred kilometers of bay. Um, and yeah, the main capital of Shaishi sits kind of at the base of this large volcano. A big piece of note about Shaishi is that the outside around the exterior of the island is also very rough seas. There's a lot of rock jutting out, and it's very difficult to navigate through there. There is a path um, at the mouth of the big crescent that you can get through, but there also happens to be like their largest naval fleet and other fixed defenses that sit there. So you could try to run it, but even if you somehow make it through, now you're stuck in an archipelago with nowhere else to go. You're just like in this enclosed bay, and the only way out is back. Um,
Okay.
with that roll, you do find a rumor, a little more than a rumor, a writing from about 100 years ago from somebody who managed to sail into the back of the island through the rocks. And it is described as a very difficult bit of sailing to get through. And he found an old, like, footpath up the back of the mountain. And it was fraught with peril, as he explained, but he doesn't necessarily explain what peril.
Alright, I'll copy that shit.
And that is your findings on that research. Sanyo, you were researching. You were pretty much just trying to buy off your cultural familiarity penalty.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, you managed to achieve that. You had 3 days to take time, so you get that +1.
And acquire research materials for later,
Okay.
like a list of out of date nobles.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a good chunk. It'll give you a research -1 for having a limited library, but you have a library. All right, Grog, you get your hook, and you've been training with that for a couple of days. Brain damage, you've been firing off arrows and training and practicing and doing all that. And now it's been about 3 days. Captain, you've healed up from those rolls earlier,
Aye, aye.
and y'all wake up on the morning of the third day, and you have a crew of engineers waiting at your at the gangplank to get on your ship.
Nice.
Jonathan is just standing there stoically silent as he seems to generally always be.
Morning, gentlemen.
Mm. And he'll
You,
he
you
points
have
over
me
to the
permission to
equipment.
board?
Yeah, he'll nod and start moving equipment and installing and securing down. So basically, yeah, it's going to be like they install a crank pump that a couple of people operate, like over here or wherever you tell them to fix it. And there will be like a little overhang where the bell gets lowered from, and you can kind of swing that in and out. It definitely takes up some deck space. And they've gotten you all they've got you the suits and everything, and they kind of explain how everything works, and then they leave. By the way, Jonathan explains nothing. Like
Of course.
he leaves it to someone else.
I'm taking rigorous notes.
Okay, yeah.
Very
Honestly,
good.
in the end, it all seems pretty simple.
As long as someone keeps pumping.
Yeah, really, the hard part is that it just takes consistent manual labor.
Well, the crew's used to that.
So, yeah. And like I say, there's another pump in the bell itself that a couple of people operate while people are walking about the seafloor.
Okay.
So, yeah. That gets installed.
Cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
Well, there's no time to be wasting, I say. The provisions are stocked.
Great.
We know our destination.
You do. Let's see. So I'm
To within
gonna.
a kilometer.
We can all go back here. So, the location, the is approximately up here. Like I said, he's got about a kilometer. He gives you some landmarks on these islands off the archipelago, so you can kind of figure out pretty easy where that kilometer of unsearched is.
What do we know about the people in this area? How inhabited is it? So there's a couple of port cities, it looks.
Yeah, this is a midway station, basically. It's not super inhabited. This it's the midway station for the traders going between Shaishi and the
Milky Way and Pegasus.
yeah, yeah, actually that's kind of exactly what it is. So there's not a whole lot of people who stick around here cuz there's not a lot going on here. Um, oftentimes it's even like the Shaishi traders will come down to here and they'll unload their goods, and then Tuskin or Trail traders will come up here and pick up some goods. Um, and it's just a midway station. There's not a whole lot of people here.
Well, hopefully we won't see anyone at all.
Yeah, and then the other thing to keep in mind is as you're sailing that direction, you are sailing pretty much entirely against the wind, so you're gonna have to do a
Mhm.
bit of tacking to get good times. So we'll just say that's about your path there. So it's another 6-day journey to get up there. Due to
Did you need navigation or anything?
yeah, if you want to roll me a navigation.
And there's your ship handling.
All
I
right.
forgot to include the handling of the ship, but I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
one.
Between the both of you, you managed to keep your tax super tight and concise. You managed to knock your trip down to 5 days.
Nice.
Which probably a good thing. So yeah, you guys have 6 days. Is there things going on in 6 days? Are we just finishing
Are you
healing, more research? That kind
healed up?
Yeah, I'll be healed after 2 days. I won't even need another doctor check.
I don't
I'm going to
think
be.
the way to hold your breath.
Walking around in that boot, getting used to a wooden half a foot.
Yeah, and I want to train with a rapier as well.
Okay. Yeah.
You might actually be able
Daniel
to.
will spar with you if you want.
I. You'll make better practice than the guy.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, so you guys are working on that, and I assume the cook is just cooking and training with his new spike chain.
Uh,
Go on.
I want to take a moment with the prince.
Oh, the prince. Yes, go for it.
I don't know if you want to put us in the boat or whatever, but I will
Boat.
take you aside and toss the like where would you be? Like you said you were walking around in that suit most of the time.
No, I'm probably with a bucket of water trying to develop my breath holding.
Ah,
Uh,
all
uh,
right. So I'm gonna wait for you to pop up once. Where the fuck are you?
That's amazing.
I just see you with a trough and your face in it.
every minute or so, like.
I don't even see you. Where are you?
He's at the dinner
Here.
table right now.
Oh, okay. So you're just under the deck. I'm gonna walk up and like when you surface once, just be like, "All right."
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
And I'm speaking in Shaishi. Uh, I have some things for you to look at.
Okay. What is it?
I'll kind of hold up a little the map and be like, "I want you to look over. I know your memory isn't perfect, but maybe we could look this over in the office. We're not out here where everyone is about."
Okay.
No, I'm the sneaky scheming one, not you two.
I'm gonna place the map down on the table and go. So, any of this look familiar?
I look at the paper.
James? Any of it familiar?
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you looking at?
The map.
Oh, the map of Shaishi. Yeah. I mean, you know when you get that thought that uh 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 it should be familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see something, you're like deja vu, but I can't quite pin it. That's what you got.
I think I've seen it before. Yeah, but
Well, with that thinking, you've seen it before. How would you say to go in? Should we go the back way? And I'll point out the secret passageway. Apparently, it's fraught with woes. Or shall we try to go in and speak to them and actually gain port?
Fraught with woes. Fraught with woes.
will we not be able to port there?
They're, from my understanding, James, they are very picky about who they let in, right?
Uh, they're a pretty close society. Like, unless you're sailing their flags, like the most they let happen is traders go to like the main gates of their little thing, but they don't let anyone past it.
So like the Japanese with
Exactly, exactly. That's actually kind of. I stole some Chinese and I stole some Japanese cultural things and kind of started meshing them. And yes, these guys are pretty insular. They don't. They're willing to trade with people.
Japan.
I'm sorry, what?
Japan.
Chaipan? Yes.
China. Not that last one. The first.
China sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I like China or China. Anyhow, yeah. So like for you guys, going in through the front gate is actually probably going to be more dangerous than taking the danger route.
Fraught with woes.
So how far exactly do you need to go?
we need to get to the top of the volcano, apparently.
Is it tied to the top of the volcano?
That's what it says. The journal, I'll flip to the page while I flip to the page. Vulcan lies atop the mountain where the earth bleeds in the land of the crescent moon.
Feel like we're gonna have to do some kneeling before God when we get.
Okay, I do have cultural familiarity.
Oh, you
with
do?
the Shaishi. Yeah.
You do? Okay, yeah. You definitely know that there's like a temple at the top of that volcano, and it is a temple that worships to the uh, uh the Firebringer, and it's let's see how best to explain this. I've got the idea now. I just need to put it in words. The basically what Shaishi does, and one of the reasons that they can be so insular is that they have superior steel. And because you're culturally familiar, that steel is actually extracted from the base of these volcanoes. So the temple is actually kind of a to the deity that gives them that steel
See.
and keeps the blood of the earth flowing so they can harvest the iron they use to make their superior steel. And like their steel is also mostly just forged in from the heat of the magma. Like they don't burn forges. They channel magma through to superheat what they
have
need.
magma forges.
Yeah.
Dwarves.
Sky!
Yeah.
Yeah.
They laugh at it now, but wait till the Forgotten Beast shows up. It has moth wings. Fear its toxic breath.
And deadly dust.
It has bat wings, Luke?
Throwback.
Yeah, pretty dangerous will let Costano know these details.
I'll jot those down in the notebook. Okay. Good to know. So, unless we have some kind of nice shiny paperwork and are able to talk our way through, the back route might be the only way to go.
They would let me in.
Do you think they would allow a small group of your quotation mark underlings?
I could try negotiating. Like, at Valerie someone.
I'll give a nod. All right. Well, thank you, Prince. Um,
No problem, Costano. Anytime.
yeah, and that's all. That's I think that's all I had to speak about on that multi-day trip.
I'll go train my breathing some more. He holds
Try
his breath.
hyper. I'm actually, as you do it, I'm gonna say, try hyperventilating before you hold your breath. It gets the blood, gets the oxygen to your blood. Or wait, they might not do it. It makes your head not as wobbly after you come up.
Oxygen in blood sounds like a ripe way to die, girl.
I don't even.
Take your nonsense nerdisms away with you, you
I don't
heathen.
even think we know that yet. That's why I modified it to
Yeah.
gets you less woozy after you come up.
It gets the phlogiston into your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps the vapors away.
You've got the devil in your blood. We'll need to
It increases
Leech.
your ether flow.
Leeches.
Yeah.
It increases your ether flow.
I will try it. I have to try it now. He moves back to the bucket.
Okay. Yeah, you try it. It seems to work.
Gonna be able to hold his breath for like a week after this.
All right. So, yeah, after about 6 days, you guys, or 5 days, you come into that particular area.
Oh, can I retcon one small thing?
What's that?
Get the lady's dress cleaned.
Oh, yeah.
At the,
Yeah, you can do that.
how much?
Oh, it's cheap. It's like 30
30? Okay.
with no additional zeros. Cool. So, yeah, you guys pull up to Central Islands. And yeah, it's with his markings, it's actually kind of easy to find him. And the last couple of days, fog and not stormy weather, but overcast has kind of started coming in. So your long distance visibility is not so good.
I long for the sunshine.
I mean, it's mostly been pretty sunny since the beginning of the game. The last like 31 days. Speaking of, edit day 31 of 90. Haha.
Couldn't make a roll.
Oh, yeah, and I actually will mention that that those tattoos on everybody's arms are now like above the elbow.
Oh dear God.
Oh shit.
Like they've been slowly climbing. Did I say above the elbow? I meant like right below the elbow.
Still, that's a good foot of growth
Yeah,
in 30 days.
like your forearms are pretty much
Black.
black. Yeah. You can start
Terrifying.
seeing designs kind of coming out. Like it almost looks like tails, like scaly tails.
It's about to reach my tattoos. And it's gonna interfere.
Can I make a roll?
No,
You could cut your tattoo off.
No, not for that. Not for the tattoos.
oh, I don't see why you'd need to make a roll right now.
It's been days, right?
A roll for what?
Or pies.
Oh, for cooking?
Yes!
Oh man, yeah. No,
Baby perfect.
the-
Yar!
the food on this leg of the journey has just been impeccable, and everybody seems to be in high spirits despite the lack of sun.
Eating like kings.
All right, you scurvy ducks, eat up. I don't want any of you not fighting just because I'm not feeding you well. Meat pies for everyone. Meat bottom pie.
Meat pie, yar.
All right, so you
Oh,
guys
the gravy.
are now.
The gravy.
Just don't Sweeney Todd that shit.
What happened to those Tuscan fellas we had? One of them seems to have gone missing. And I hear you're cutting hair now, Grog?
Cutting hair?
Just a Sweeney Todd reference, Ev.
Ah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, sorry. That buzzed my head. Which...
There's someone else. I can't remember her name. Go on, sorry. Ignore me.
So, Annabelle,
Yar.
what is your plan with the diving bell?
Well, I figure we'll get a maid to poison it or some such.
Wah wah.
I'm thinking...
The schematics say that these are many people, but who are you sending down to find the dragon?
Well, there's suits for 5 of us, I figure. I definitely want the lad who's been practicing with his breath holding over there. I seen him in that bucket for 10 minutes at a time, yes. Think I'll take Grog. He'll spot any good fish that'll make fine eating.
I see.
Figure me and you will go down.
Because we will recognize the dragons so well.
And
Very
maybe
well.
the girl
And what
too.
of your daughter?
One of the suits has been made to her specifications.
I see. Are you sure it is wise to bring your daughter down there? Yeah, in terms of...
I'm sure it is not, but she needs to learn the trade. And if this be a new technology that be emerging, then she needs to be on the ground floor of such a venture.
Very well. When we are down there.
Aye? Sorry, I missed what you said before when we are down there.
I will urge caution when we are down there.
Ah, aye. Hopefully we will no come across an armed party of guards. Sorry, I missed what you said before. I shall be keeping my eye on the girl. You should know full well that the last thing I would want is any harm to befall.
Very well. I shall prepare for our underwater adventure.
Yar. Now, have you tried this gravy here? It tastes amazing. It's like brown gold floating down your throat. Oh, it's like being sucked off by an angel.
By what?
An angel!
I see.
Divine beings from above floating down your gullet. Salty and brown. All holy goodness.
I am not sure that is what they do, but for hold up.
Good pie. It's good pie.
I'm sorry, what was the theology for?
To double check if angels float down your throat in the form of gravy.
Oh, no. Awesome. So, are we getting ready for a dive? I think your crew's getting the bell all set up.
Alright, we'll need to find the location first, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was actually pretty easy in considering the critical success on navigation.
Oh, aye.
You were quickly able to locate the area that is noted. Yeah.
Then I no time to waste, I suppose.
Yeah, so basically like the way the whole thing's going to work, you know, they connected the crane arm and lever and everything like to the main mast, and it kind of swings in and everybody climbs into the bell and then they swing it out and strap it down basically.
And there's a big hole full of water underneath his feet.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly.
How deep do we end up going down? How many fathoms? How many leagues under?
It's
40,000?
you guys are actually pretty close. It is like a little island chain, so it's not that deep. It's only 300-ish meters to get to the very bottom. So there is a bit of light, but it's not much.
300 meters is pressure.
Yeah, that's right. It's
10 meters would be plenty terrifying, I think.
okay. Yeah, it's about 15 meters.
Good. Good. We will not get crushed.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Like, yeah, actually, I miscalculated something. Not even miscalculated, just didn't even take the water pressure into account. The amount of air that would have to be pumped to you guys to offset the pressure would be far more than those pumps could provide.
You have mighty lungs, but that would not be enough.
Yeah, deep enough that you can't see the bottom. Cool. So, yeah, you guys plus 2 random crew climb into the bell, and it gets lowered about 15 meters, and you get to the so that way there's about 2 meters between the bottom of the bell and the seafloor, and one of the crew members pulls on a rope, which jingles a bell at the top, and suddenly the lowering stops. You guys are all on the bottom of the ocean, and this is
Note that your
fucking
DX based skills are at -5, or sorry, are capped at DX -5 because of these.
because you're in water.
EX to the suits and being underwater.
Sorry, James. If we, if Grub was told that he was going to be underwater, could he had quickly just pick up a couple of crab boxes?
Absolutely, you could do that.
Yeah, he's going to bring as many as he can.
Yeah.
We just loaded in here with some crab cages.
Honestly, like what I really picture is just there's a ton of crab cages like tied to the bottom of this bell.
I'm
Yes.
gonna bait them all as you jump out.
Carp's
All
gotta
5
go
of us.
fishing.
And yes, it is currently the PC party that are in the
Plus
bell.
2 other randos.
I might die down here.
All might die down here.
I have the rank now to take over.
You might die down here.
Yeah. This might be bad for everyone. So yeah, y'all light your little candles and seal up your helmets, and you're ready to embark. I'm sorry, I attempted to make a map for this, and it was infuriating. So
That's all right.
there's not actually a map. We're gonna have to map of the imagination on the seafloor.
Can we say we
It's
did
dark.
like a little test run of all the gear to make sure nobody's gonna start leaking as soon as we go down the water?
Yeah. Who wants to be the first to jump?
Sanyo.
That didn't sound like
Sancho.
Sanyo, but okay.
I was gonna say this sounds like a perfect testing job for Grog.
You can definitely go in. I was just surprised that she would suggest Sunny.
Everybody else is doing checks, and Grog's like, "Fuck it."
Whee!
No swimming is actually going to be required because the suits are heavy enough that like as soon as you jump, you pretty much just sink to the bottom.
Oh,
Like you're just going to be
Nice.
walking at like movement 1 or 2 across the seafloor. Like this is not actually going to require any special skills.
oh, that's
Does his tube just come to the diving bell then, or does it also go all the way up?
No, all the tubes go up to the diving bell, and there's an additional pump that pumps air from the diving bell out to the suits. That's why you
Ma-
need the additional 2 guys.
My main question is
They
to
have to
shout
go to the
down.
diving bell because if they went all the way to the surface, so great you wouldn't be able to draw air.
Mm.
Yep.
But yeah, I want to like shout down Grog's tube. Be ye alive!
oh, so loud.
No, actually, it's like super muffled, but you do kind of get a.
Sure, Grog will be fine, and it probably goes up as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like my ear pressed to the listening port.
Give me a listening or a hearing.
Oh, God.
I made mine by.
Okay, so Grog, you hear something, you can't make out any of it, and then Captain, you hear a response.
Grog's just like, oh, there's
Yeah.
no pies down here. I'm baiting the crab.
You can hear him just talking to himself, like mildly reverberating up the thing.
He seems to be alive.
Yep, but he seems to be alive. Grog, everything seems to be holding up. You're perfectly dry.
Okay. Uh, could I? Do I see anything down there?
The seafloor. It's dark. Like you've got a little headlamp. It's working on illuminating, but you're basically at a -4 still.
Okay.
Like it's
I'll just continue moving forward until I see something.
okay. Yeah. You just start walking off in a random direction.
Well, I believe we were told that it was going to be around an area that we were landing, right?
Yeah, yeah. You got about a 1 kilometer square area.
Yeah, so he's gonna like pick a path and then stick around that area until he goes into another and just continue searching.
Well, you get to about 250 meters out, and you feel a tug from the back of your head.
Oh,
You
250
said
meters.
1 square kilometer. 1 square kilometer is 31 by 31 meters. You might have meant 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer.
Yes, yes. 1 kilometer by it. 1 square kilometer.
I
One
think I'd
one
have dropped
kilometer
out.
squared.
I'd have dropped out within 250 seconds before he's walked in a straight line. So
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I did weird math. Never mind. Wait, did I do weird math? Fuck, this is confusing. Area size.
Each side is a
Okay,
thousand
yeah,
meters.
I did the math wrong. It is indeed 1,000 by 1,000 for 1 square kilometer.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I'll peer around, but it's too dark to really see anything.
Yeah, yeah. You guys are finding a lot of. I mean, everybody's kind of going out in different directions. I assume.
At the minute, I just want to make sure we're all not gonna die imminent.
Okay, yeah. Everything seems to be holding up fine. As soon as you jump, Captain, you're dry. It's trippy. This whole thing. This is a weird experience for you.
Yar.
Um, for sure.
Can Sonya try and try to figure out where a shipwreck might have gone using survival island slash?
Yeah, we'll do that at a -2 because it's underwater.
Survival ocean floor.
Okay. You got kind of an idea, but it'll take more information to really narrow it down. Castana, when you jump out, you kind of start wandering around, and you eventually start finding like little planks.
I'll be sticking as close as possible to Castana. I don't want to lose sight of her.
Okay, yeah, and at one point, Castana, you like see a little hunk of metal, like kind of sticking up out of the silt.
All right. I am gonna roll something a bit weird. I guess. Where is it? I swear I have carpentry. Or not carpentry.
Shipwrightery, like engineer ships.
Yeah, engineer. I'm just trying to find it. My skill list is so long. It's not engineering. It's something else. God damn it. I'll find it, but you can do other stuff.
Right? Is it?
Shipwright.
Yeah, it'll be shipwright.
Oh, I got engineer ship.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
This is from a piece of a book. Oh, no, I have no idea.
You have absolutely like this is a weird ass piece of metal.
I'm freaking the hell out.
Okay, yeah, this is crazy. Brain damage. You go off in a direction, and you're actually you find like a little underwater cave. Like about 100 meters from the bell.
That's a bit far away. Okay, I'll try my best to make a mental note of its position.
Yeah, it's not like you can talk to anybody else. And then yeah, with a bit more wandering around, Castana and Annabelle, you guys eventually wind up seeing a ship.
I will give the double thumbs up, but my hands are literally going like shaking.
I'll do like a big exaggerated nod through the suit.
A whole
Start
body
trudging
nod.
over there. Whole full body nod. Aye.
All right, yeah. You.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was that, Sanyo?
It's a bow.
It's a bow. Yeah.
I bow and head to the bow.
You bow and head to the bow. Yep. Yeah. You do eventually come up to it. It was not a large ship. Um, it did not like you see like one side of it is completely like rotten and like fallen away. Um, the other side of it, you can kind of see all of the different decks. Um, got some niceries, you know, and in the hold you can see a couple of barrels still sticking up out of the silt, and it looks like a shipwreck.
Mm-hmm. I'll start kind of walking through the thing and looking around.
Okay, so as you're walking through it, just remember that you are connected to a breathing hose, and there's a lot of random sharp things around. So navigating through this
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah, I'm not actually gonna step into the wreck. I'm just gonna like walk up to the sides of it and look.
okay. Yeah, you don't really see anything of note. Like you get up there and it's dark and you're like, "Oh, that looks like a shipwreck." Or you think, "So this is what a shipwreck looks like at the bottom."
Mm.
Cuz no one's ever really seen this.
Um, is there like just a small piece of wood or anything I can pick up that I could use to mark the sea?
Yeah, absolutely. There's debris all over the place.
Yeah, I kind of just want to grab a bit and like try and gouge a deep line as I follow my hose back to the diving.
Okay, yeah, you do that and silt flies up and now it is impossible to see.
Checks out.
I'm just gonna make a mental note on the direction. What do you need for this?
I mean, it's not super hard because yeah, like as you've walked, you've kind of left a trail of floating silt. So I'll actually give you I don't know, argue something.
I have no idea for navigating the bottom of the sea.
Just give me an intelligence check -4. Give you a +1
That's
bonus for.
dexterity. -4. Balls. By 3. To remember how to get back here and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, you achieve that. So you head back to the bell.
Yeah, see if anyone else has found anything.
Grog, go ahead and give me a fishing roll.
Fish. I don't think I have fishing.
All right, so that would be just default it because you're
What would that be? Sorry. Dexterity -4.
Perception -4.
perception
Perception.
-4. You get a few
I'm
crabs, but nowhere near as many as you were hoping for.
comes out.
You were up.
Dude.
You're up for Forrest Gump shrimp kind of situation.
Yes, I was hoping for mountains of crabs. Could, since I'm gonna say that I'm not catching them really well because I'm slower than the crabs. Can I try to hook one of them, like a big one?
At a DX -5.
Yeah, it's currently DX -5, and
Yeah,
and
no
the
problem. Like
hook will
he's
actually fly at about a quarter of its usual speed.
yeah, just for comedic sake.
Yeah,
Come
go ahead and give it a roll.
York.
You create another dust cloud.
Lens slightly behind it. I'll reel it and pick it up and continue chasing continue looking around and picking up whatever crabs just so happens to be nearby my position.
Oh, Alphinic, I will mention that cave. Part of the reason you saw it was because it was glowing slightly.
Okay, glowing cave.
So I do want to be sure to mention that.
Yeah, that is kind of scary.
All right, so you all wind up going back to the bell sooner or later. Sanyo, anything? Any other random wanderings you want to do?
No, he'll just have tried and failed to find the ship
Okay.
before Castana found it.
Yeah, you wander off in slightly the wrong direction. It's hard to see down here. It was mostly all chance. Cool. So you're all back at the bell.
I'd hoist myself back in and get that helmet off.
Oh, did you find anything, Captain?
Just like kind of pale, shaking him.
I will take mine off too and just, oh, no. I do not like this. Do not like this.
I have found nothing of interest thus far.
The wreck's about, I don't know, 200 paces that away. A point.
I will grab your hand and adjust it.
It's like 180 degrees.
Ha.
Should we move the ship so we are closer to the bell? When we are diving at the shipwreck itself.
I'd be on board with that. I think I'd probably scream up. Have we got a tube to talk up to the top?
Well, there's the air tube, but there's also the bell. Like there's a little rope that goes up with everything on a little pull chain that rings a bell. Like the first ring is, hey, stop, and the second ring is, okay, pull us back up. Do.
Don't
Once
really want
everyone
him to
gets
pull us
back.
back up.
Yeah, couldn't.
we've got oars so that the ship can be moved super slow. But I suppose we'd have to go back up so that we can tell him which way to.
It's about this time that brain damage shows back up.
Just back up at the ship.
No, this is in the bell.
Back in the diving bell.
You're standing underneath the diving bell right now.
Yeah, brain damage is takes off the helmet. He's like scrubbing his eyes, scrubbing
We
the side of his head.
have found the ship.
A glowing cave.
Glowing.
Yes, it was glowing.
Great.
Look
More-
uneasily at everyone.
Perhaps we should avoid glowing things. I am not so eager to pick up something that is glowing again.
To be fair, it wasn't glowing until you picked it up.
I've seen jellyfish glowing before. They could just be some animal that catches its prey in such a way.
Okay, let's not go that way then.
Was there much sign of any of the ship wreckage over that way? We found the whole thing, but it was in a state that it could be spread out all across this area.
Have a long job then. Probably gonna take more than a day to sift through everything.
Perhaps it will be readily apparent where the dragon statue is.
Let's hope. We're planning on bringing the bell up and moving the ship over to directly over the wreck.
We're
But your
dealing,
talk of a glowing cave has piqued my interest. I
yeah,
have to.
we're dealing with magical cursed items. If we're looking for those, I would imagine that would be the glowy thing.
You should lead the way, Alfinik. I think we can do it.
Hi, daughter, can you reclasp my element for me here?
But before we go, could we perhaps take a 5-minute break? And water around our groins.
I think we
These
can.
are sealed suits.
I think we were asking for an actual 5-minute break.
Ah,
Oh,
Yes, we can take a 5-minute break, and when we get back, we will do the last half hour, 45 minutes of this episode. So we
I
will be.
would just like pissing your suit, you oity toity.
Yeah, but then it all just pools at the bottom of your boots. So we will be back at 25 after the hour. And we are back for the final installment of episode 5. I believe we were off to explore the underwater glowing cave.
Yar. If just to settle my mind that it be jellyfish.
Okay. Yeah, so I assume Alphenic, you lead the way.
I take point. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you literally just follow the still settling dust trail of you coming back, so it's not hard. And yeah, you eventually come to the mouth of a cave. Kind of goes down a little slope, and then you can see at the bottom of the slope it kind of goes back up. And yeah, there's a faint green glow coming from in there.
I reluctantly will step inside.
Faint green glow. Ooh.
Okay, so you go ahead and take point, go on in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you keep walking and you come up the top of the incline and you'll notice you surface.
What? There's air?
Seems to be.
Peek outside of the water level.
Yeah, there's definitely a pocket of not water.
Not sure I want to breathe this thing.
As well, like the
Yeah.
green glow that you're seeing is actually coming from the walls, and just like all of the walls are bioluminescing.
It's probably magic.
Probably. I'm gonna follow in, being careful of his tube and mine.
I'm just gonna be prejudiced and say it's because of a sea witch. And continue following.
Okay. Nobody hears your comment.
We'll probably get cursed again if it touches the walls.
What happens if you get double cursed? Do you explode?
That cancels it out. We should be licking these walls furiously.
Yum.
How far away can our tubes reach?
You got a little bit of slack left, but as soon as you surface, there's not much. You can't go that much deeper into the cave. Like you're on the far end of your tubes.
I turn around and is there enough light that we can see each other?
Yeah, you can see pretty normally in here actually. It's kind of bright, hurts your eyes for a second because you've gotten
Oh,
used to the dark.
uh,
I'm gonna take
Oh.
my helmet off.
okay. I was gonna ask someone wanted
Yeah.
to take the helmet off.
You pop your helmet off and
I shake my
It's-
hair, you know.
it's
Like, oh yeah.
stale and stagnant in here, but
I take a deep breath and like, and then catch myself.
you guys do pop up and you're all in this little room. And I believe I need to.
Where's the little room?
It's
It's a black
all
square.
blackness for us at the minute.
It's all blackness for you?
Yep,
Yeah.
maroonies.
Okay, double click. Dynamic lighting on. Save changes. Double click. Dynamic lighting. Did that work for you, Luke?
Yeah, I see. Sorry.
Save changes.
Oh, yeah.
Dynamic lighting on.
Still black for
I
terrorists.
do not.
Changes. Dynamic lighting.
You'll be coming up. I
Nah,
think he's
boy.
going left to right.
Changes.
Yep.
It's
Ah.
the new dynamic lighting. Unfortunately, we've figured out that there's no way to block your rear vision with new dynamic lighting.
Huh. Skeletons.
So yeah, you pop up and this is what you see. Like I said, the walls are all bioluminescing. The ale is very stagnant, but
The ale.
the ale, the air is stagnant but breathable.
But is the ale okay? Please tell me the ale's fine.
The ale is fine, aboard your
Oh,
ship.
praise Jeebus. We have got ale tubes going directly into his suits as well, right? Like there's an air tube and an ale tube.
Well, yeah, you're pirates. Of course they added that.
Perfect. Because I can only move a couple of meters without room.
Okay, yeah. So you are all in this cave.
How long does it take to get in and out of the suit? And where is the tether attached to?
The tether is
Oh.
attached to the helmet.
So we can just take the helmets off and kind of walk around in the suit, sit
Yeah,
here.
you can absolutely do that.
I would kind of like my helmet to not float away, though.
Oh, you can get them on shore. Quote, quote, shore. You can secure all the helmets, no problem.
I think I'll put a big rock in mine just to be doubly sure that it's not going to float away. I see. I see a container ahead.
I see dead people.
All of the skeletons, the skeletons you see in there are all. It's all pretty ratty, but most of them are wearing, rusted armor, and they're all pretty clearly, old Tuscan.
I can see the entire map. What's that supposed to happen?
No.
That's weird.
Yep. Boy, come. Look,
I
a chest.
Tara, are you the only one that can see the entire.
I'm refreshing.
Could be trapped, Captain.
could be.
Oh, Grog has an idea.
Oh, God.
Sorry for my silence. Sonia will take his diving suit off, so he's just wearing like light underclothes and his. Had to be more silent than expected. My cat was climbing over me trying to get my oatmeal.
No. Yeah, I mean the suits are fairly simple. It's a step-in sort of dry suit. It only takes a minute to take on and off. Like
In that case, I will get out of mine as well.
Yeah, I think it's safe to get them off and stuff the suits inside the helmet so things don't go away.
nothing disappears and things stay where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Before you go too far, Grog, I must ask, do you think those skeletons are from the men who brought the chest down here? Or the last men to walk towards the chest?
Grog, I'm not really sure, to be honest. If they die protecting the chest or they die getting to it. That's why I think it's better if we bring the chest to us.
Oh shit, that is within his range for his Kusari.
I just did it right. But
Damn. You managed to hit it.
I'll try to pull it to me.
As soon as you yank it, the wood on the side of it kind of just pulls out, and rust and cloth kind of comes tumbling out, and it is 10 times worse than moth eaten. It's mostly dust and rags.
Should I aim for the...
There's a couple shiny things.
I'm gonna try again to aim for the metal to drag it. I really am not trusting it. I succeed.
Okay, yeah, you managed to wrap it around a piece of the metal on it.
I'll try to pull it again.
Okay, yeah, you pull it over towards you, no problem.
What's in it? I'll pull it open with the hook and just look smug and like, I got it.
It looks like a passenger's personal sundries is in it, so it's a an old ratty dress. There's a couple of changes, men's clothes. There's a small pouch of coin. Got maybe 100 gold in it. Um, Piece of jewelry, probably worth a few hundred gold.
I'll grab the jewelry and the coin and pass it to the captain for the hoard.
For the horde!
But that's what you find.
No notes, no diaries.
You find what once could have been a book.
I'll grab it and see if it doesn't turn to dust.
Yeah, it immediately, like, what it just crumbles.
Words are only dust in the wind, bro. Thank you.
Ah, that's what it's like every time I log into Puzzle Pirates. Your fine black trousers have crumbled and turned into. Your fine black boots have crumbled and turned into dust.
There does not appear to be a dragon statue in my chest, however.
No, that would have been rather convenient, wouldn't it?
It would have one.
I'm gonna step back up here and I'm gonna inspect the room. I'm looking for any kind of witch's curse or the like.
Well,
Any evidence that a witch is about to get.
I mean, the walls are glowing.
Aye, so there's definitely a witch in here somewhere. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Step past the threshold into this witch's den.
There's 3 skeletons, 2 of them wearing rusty ass armor with some rusty ass swords.
Whatever
shields.
witch killed these men took all the flesh from their bones and rusted their weapons and armor.
He's just gonna turn around and continue checking.
You not got anything to say to that? No one.
He's gonna keep his mouth shut. He needs to keep his position, quote unquote.
Don't want to be demoted.
You have passed the test.
Are those mushrooms?
Not the kind for eating, I don't think, though. Generally, the ones growing out of a dead man's rib cage are not the ones for eating.
Doesn't look like the path opened this way. I say, hoping the tunnel echoes.
Definitely goes.
Where are you?
This way, this way, this.
Grog! Grog! Grog!
Echo. Just move with the pick.
Everybody has fun with that guy.
Yes.
Is everybody having fun with the echo?
I was actually just wondering how I could set up audio to hit a go.
Just enable voice chat on Roll20.
Oh, right.
That might loop the loop and then might be.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to do that because it would be impossible to listen to.
Can I kick one of the mushrooms with my foot just to see what kind of mushroom?
Uh, it's some mushroom. It
No, no.
you've never seen this kind of mushroom before.
I don't trust this. Thanks.
I feel like you
They
should.
bewitch a shrew.
I feel like you should pick them and feed them to the crew.
No.
What could go
That is
wrong? What could go wrong?
the browns, maybe, but no, they don't look digestible. At least the majority. I'm not gonna risk it.
It's like Grog just having a weird argument with himself over there.
Yes.
About
Him and his conscience and some space boys is debating if he should or not grab money.
do I
Grog, don't
feed?
poison the crew.
I'm not yourself, little quartermaster. I'm just debating if I should risk getting the eatable.
Don't
Ah,
poison the crew. Leave the mushrooms alone.
all right, all right. Don't go too far ahead. Wouldn't like you falling into a pit or something.
What do you think killed these people? Think they died of hunger?
Witchcraft for sure.
It is difficult to tell.
I don't see any of them with a split skull, or do I?
No,
Oh,
actually, like the skeletons seem to be prominently intact. Like one or
what
two
about
here
this
and
one?
there with injuries and whatnot, but I'm sorry, Grog. What?
What about this one? Isn't like uh placed in some sort of buried position? Looks like an altar of some sort. I'm not sure. I'm
Oh
asking.
no, it just seems to have died upon a higher rock than the rest of the cave.
By like laying down and sleeping, or like trying to just look like it's struggling.
No, all these skeletons just kind of look like eventually they were too weak to continue living.
Ah,
Like
that's
none of them are really. You're not seeing any signs of struggle with them. One or two of them have had like broken legs. A couple of them, like one of them had some broken ribs. You can see on one of them where like a sword probably went through his ribs, but like off to the side, so it probably didn't hit anything vital. So whoever owned that skeleton died a slow, terrible, painful death. Um, but
They were murdered.
but yeah, in general, they just kind of look like they sat down and eventually died.
Sonia will open this chest.
Again, similar to the first one, it's personal sundries.
And everything destroyed by the environment.
Yeah, like you and you find, like a small sack. It's got like 100-year-old it's probably in total worth like 40 gold. You find you know someone list not worth the 40 gold. It's all personal sundry.
little captain. Better not disturb the dead. You wouldn't want them coming back to get what you stole. Come along.
This place is a maze. Work slow and sure. Anything back there, Prince?
Nothing on the west. We should move east. This way. Both tunnels go the same. I already checked. Careful with the skeleton.
And there's the smorgasbord of dead people.
You can move through the wall.
Oh my.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that really demonstrated this in the way of tokens. One thing that is of note, all the skeletons in the room. So first thing, you see, there's the dragon statue, right there. And it is glowing green. And all of these
Yeah.
skeletons around it,
You click on the token, and you can add tint.
I thought I already did.
It's black.
Oh yeah, it doesn't show up well on black.
Anyway, it's right there. It's glowing green. What about the skeletons? They also glowing green?
No, the skeletons aren't glowing green, but I couldn't find a token that really represented this. They are all like arranged facing towards it, and they are laying prostrate in front of it.
Okay, yeah, you guys
as if
step up.
praying.
Yeah, as if praying to it.
James, aura. Add a green aura. 0.05 meters.
It does in fact have an aura around it. Don't know why you can't
Might
see
not
it.
be visible to players if you go into advanced.
All players see light.
Captain?
Did that do anything?
Uh,
No, but we know it's glowing.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna slow things down. We're coming to the end of the set.
Captain,
Aye.
you see over there?
You pointing over here by any chance?
Yes, by the chest.
Aye.
Think we can go around and get that before we also get the. And I point towards the other statue.
How did it get in here?
Perhaps the water level was lower here, and they need sun.
It is the water dragon, magical powers. This is all. Blah.
Are you okay, daughter?
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Okay, Grog, we need to move the statue back to the ship.
Wait.
Do not touch that thing with your bare hands. Wrap it in a cloth.
I, and second, loot first, then the other.
No, I think we need to save our lives first. Then the.
No. If it's trapped and it goes off when we touch this one, we want to get the loot first.
I'm actually kind
And
of
if the loot.
with Grog on this one.
Thank you, little captain.
What if the loot is trapped? Instead of dooming
Then
ourselves.
not the captain. We don't want a double undisposed captain. Allow me. Alright. Not sure what you need me to open them.
They're really easy to open. They're rotted out chests. At this
Molded
point.
open.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll open all of them and go from right to left.
Okay, so these were quite obviously the captain's chests. The skeleton laying there is wearing what once was probably the finest garb upon the whole ship. So
Now it's just like purple and red slime.
yeah, it's pretty gross actually. Most of the chests, like 3 of them, were full of his fineries and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
One of the chests is full of gold.
Oh! I just turn and high five Grog.
I high five back.
You just
Unsure what that
invented
means.
high five.
Yes, you did.
I'll take the gold chest, and not sure if there's anything else on the other tree that you need me to carry.
Okay, so you pick up that chest, and the bottom of it just falls out, and now there's just a pile of gold underneath it.
Oh, okay. Then can I just pick up the gold? Not sure how much would that be.
I don't know. Do you have a sack?
I have crab boxes.
I imagine we packed some kind of sack or something. We were expecting to grab at least the
Stuff.
I imagine we brought some rope for the statue.
Well, we did
The
brought
the
something.
the 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 scale on the statue that I found on the map is a little wrong. I mean, this when I say statue, I mean like you could pick it up by hand.
It's like a
Statuette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Oh, okay.
mounted unit in Warhammer 40.
So I'll pull all the gold on the sack, and not sure what else is on the other tree chest.
'Tis all shite. We can leave that behind. The true treasure's there, Grog. Good find.
All right, let's get. Should I head over and start heading up? It might
yeah.
be.
It's gonna take you a couple minutes to fill the sack.
Okay, so I'll take my time filling the sack, and when I'm done, I'll start heading towards the exit. Not sure what you want my speed to be.
I mean, this is like 60 pounds of gold.
60 pounds, so it's a lot of gold. I am able to carry with two-handed 312. Wait, not sure how much. If that's
If you-
kilo or pounds. If it's
if you
kilo,
go to
I'm
your-
good. If it's pound, I'm not.
Main page,
It's
where it
encumbrance
says
load.
encumbrance, there's a little arrow.
So
Yes.
Click the arrow next to encumbrance,
Yes.
and then it'll tell you what your move is with certain amounts of weight carried.
So with this
So
much
my
weight
max
carried,
load-
you'd be at a 4. Considering you don't have a whole lot else on you.
No, I just have my cleaver and my hook, and they're both hanging on my side.
Actually, because of your peg leg, you'd be at a 2.
Okay, I'm at a 2 then, moving all
Yeah.
the way back into the.
You're not moving very quick.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be carrying all this.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
So Grog is hauling a giant sack of gold. What else are we doing?
Was
What's
there
with-
anything in the captain's corpse?
Yeah, he's got a couple of rings and a necklace that have held up, but like the iron-based stuff has not. So like
yeah.
when you grab the necklace, you know, you can get all the like gold and jeweled bits, but as you pull it, like the chain holding it together kind of crumbles away. And he's got a couple of rings as well. Just a couple like studs, gold studs sitting next to his skull.
Them's where his ears were. That goop on the studs is his ears.
I mean, the goop is actually dust. Like your shit has been there for like 110 years.
Perhaps now we can grab the statue.
Perhaps.
And Luke, that's just a small pool of water.
Okay.
There's a waterfall
gonna
where
drink.
water's coming in, and you don't know how it's leaving.
Mad.
Who's gonna drink from the water?
It's
That's probably why these guys were all going crazy worshipping this greens. drinking salty water.
Possibly.
Hey, all right.
I'll
Throw a rag.
tie a rope around it. It's not gonna crumble to dust. Or is it?
Shouldn't. Well, this is
That
fake.
would, that would be devastating. I'll find the statue, touch it, and it crumbles to dust.
That was devastating, as if like I picked it up, took one step, and fell, and then it smashed into 1,000 pieces when I dropped.
Yes.
That would be hysterical.
But yeah, I think maybe throw the cloth over it and then tie it up in rope.
Okay, yeah. You achieve that.
Yeah, I do.
You three are just standing there discussing how to do this.
Yeah. Now
All
move
right.
it over here, then you pull over there, and then we tie here, and that should be enough.
And then we've got like a yard of spare rope on either side, and two of us can carry it. Like in between.
I mean, I picked up the last one fine, like by hand.
Yeah, but it was not glowing.
It was not in the cave of witches' delights full of dead souls.
Fair.
Hey there, little captain. Look what we found.
A bag.
Yes, but it's filled with gold. Then I open it up to show her.
Hmm.
We were right.
Nice. I'm halfway dressed.
Awesome.
Back into your diving suit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this thing.
Don't worry, lass. We should be back at this in no time.
So yeah, we grab it and we head back to the entrance.
All right, so you grab it, and then you guys get where you were at, and you're carrying. You get about here, you start hearing steel kind of clanking and the creaking of something, and from the corner of your eyes, you notice the skeletons begin to move. Catch us next week for the thrilling conclusion to this adventure. We will be here again next week. Thank you all for watching. I am James. I am the GM. And playing today, we had Luke.
Luke played Captain Annabelle Bird. We're halfway to curing this curse, and like 9/10 of the way, maybe 15/16 of the way to being pulled apart by skeletons.
We have Tara.
Hey, I play Castana, and I was not about this cave.
Rightly so.
We have got Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm Z Warrior, playing brain damage, and I don't know. I think I'll get the last half of my brain damage next session.
We have got Jared.
Hey, I'm Jerry Suhail, and next session I will be stabbing skeletons in their vital spots.
Yeah, we're all kind of pro at thrust impaling.
Yeah, undead are immune to that, so you don't want to try.
Yeah.
And I know that one for experience.
And then lastly, we have got our experience, Everoth.
Hello, everyone. Today for you, I was Grog the Pegleg Cook. Yar. We have been able to get the loot, but the skeletons have asked the little captain and I. Will we survive?
Yeah, that is a question. Did the other skeletons in that other room start moving too, or just
Oh,
the bigger?
yeah. From over here, you two, as you're getting dressed and ready, start hearing click.
So it's
Shit.
basically gonna be that mission where, oh, these two guys are under attack. We need to arrive with them before they die.
Grog, you're the only one who can save us. You're the only one with cutting damage.
No, I'm the only one with crushing
Yeah,
damage.
you are
Yeah,
crushing.
it's crushing
And that's
damage.
my hook.
Yeah, like actually, like y'all might want to consider using your pistols as clubs.
Oh, it's all right. I've got my basket hilted rapier. I'm gonna be bopping skull.
Well, who else
Yep.
needs to do an outro?
I believe
Raymond.
we've got everybody on the outro. I want to thank everybody for watching today. We are the Kobold Cafe. You can catch us on Twitch at the Kobold Cafe. You can catch us on YouTube. We don't have a fancy name because we still need viewers like you to like and subscribe. But you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. We are the Kobold
At
Cafe
Kobold.
at Kobold Cafe. We've got a website for the Kobold Cafe,
The Kobold Cafe.
the Kobold Cafe, and that's what
.com.
.com, thekoboldcafe.com. We play quite a few games upon this channel. I believe this Thursday we'll be back to Star Trek, and that has had some interesting changes in it. Had to take a break for the GM to even figure out how those changes are going to play out. Friday we will be playing Omega Illocution. And next Sunday you will catch us back here at same time, same place.
Hype. Can't wait.
Hype, and remember,
Want a skeleton to eat?
I don't think the skeleton's gonna eat you per se, but anyhow, thanks for watching, and we are